Really proud of our players and the way they responded at halftime and came out and played a really good second half. And you knew it was going to be a spirited game, and lost our poise in the first half and, didn't handle some things well, but I thought we responded and played a really good football game in the second half and got our run game going after a couple stalled drives, and defense just hung in there until the offense could get it going. And, Naheem with 200 yards rushing, and, we were down to our third-string guard there at one point. I thought Fed Jackson came in the game and really played his butt off for a true freshman, which was great to see. And Gavin Locklear, did a good job on our punt returns. Jermaine Pratt, another huge pick. So really proud of them, and to say that we've got 6 ACC wins, hasn't been done in 23 years, I think it's a big deal for this program. And talk about going in the right direction. I think that's a great sign of what we're doing here. And there's about 150 recruits down on that field watching us, and a great atmosphere by our fans. And our student section is awesome. I love those guys and appreciate them so much. So great to finish the year that way, and look forward to going out on the road recruiting with a win over our rival and get ready for whatever bowl they put us in next Sunday. Questions? I can't have water? Damn.
Only the approved one.
And it's warm. That's the treatment you get.
It's your show, man.
Thanks.
I'm tempted to ask about the 2-point chart just for old time's sake, but no. It was
Yeah.
senior day, and you said on Thursday you always remember senior day.
Yeah.
They could be tricky, though. Sometimes you don't know what you're going to get. What did you think you got out of your group? Is such a big
Well,
group?
you're always worried in the first part of the first quarter about them being too emotional, which I think we were. I thought we started good on defense and offensively scored, and then just kind of stalled out. And there was a lot of chippy stuff going on the field. And, I'm not going to say that they were being cheap. I couldn't see it all, but our guys were saying there was a lot of stuff happening, and we just didn't handle it well. And once we got settled down and talked in the locker room about how we need to be and how we need to act, and that we're going to talk with our pads and put it on the scoreboard, we did that. And I was really proud of the senior leadership after we settled them down. I think we just had to channel it a little bit.
Coach, in the first half, they're able to complete some balls on you and also get some PIs. What were you guys able to do in the third quarter? Was it a sense of schematically doing something different or just playing better?
Playing better. Playing better. I don't know what PI is anymore. Does anybody? I really don't. They told us before the season if 4 hands are going up for the football, it's not PI, and that happened twice today, and it was PI, so I don't get that. I understand it's a judgment call, but it's not being called consistently on either team, for them or for us. I think if you're a defensive backs coach right now, there's probably not very many of them that have hair. It's just really frustrating. You're trying to coach your guys to play with technique, and you can't play no-touch football out there, OPIs, PIs, I think the whole thing's a joke right now. But our guys just settled in and played, and we didn't play a lot. We put a guy in the middle of the field and played some cover 3 and cover 2, and 17's a good player for them. We knew they were going to throw the ball to him and adjusted and got a little bit better pass rush at some times there.
Is the beauty of Naheem that if you're patient with him,
Yeah.
you never know when he might break one?
That's part of the stretch play too, it allows your O-line to run off the football and play with speed, and there's going to be some 1-yard, 2-yard, 3-yard rushes, and then all of a sudden they're going to get tired and you're going to split them, and that happened a couple times there at the end. And I was really proud of Reggie Gillespie with his big run after the catch there on 3rd down. I thought that was a huge play in the game for us, and those two guys back and forth all year have played well off each other, and Jay Sam finishing with a touchdown. It was fun to watch that.
Naheem's 200 yards. He obviously didn't finish last week's game. Very passionately insisted earlier this week he was playing. What was your conversation like with him and the process to get him as healthy as he was today?
Yeah, we had to go through the concussion protocol, and he went through it clean all week. And he told me on Sunday, he said, they're going to have to amputate parts of my body for me not to play against Carolina. And I said, well, the protocol's the protocol. And he went through it and did everything. And it was probably, for his legs, a good thing. He didn't practice. He was out there just watching all week, so he got pretty fresh standing around. But Friday was the first time he was able to do anything on the field for us.
Coach, you have special relationships with your own kids, but discuss the relationship you have with this senior class and to be able to go in that locker room with them and get to celebrate their senior day with them.
Been through a lot with them, you know, a lot. Good, bad, terrific, ugly, and watched, you know, a bunch of young guys make mistakes and help them grow up, and I've had a lot of heart-to-hearts. Those are going to be some incredible people on our planet when they're done playing football. You want to find a terrific person to run your company that's going to outwork people and be tough and persistent. That senior class is that. And they're great human beings. They're going to be great fathers. And they're fun to coach because they just play hard and they love the game. And special group of guys, you know, and I think they're a tremendous bunch of role models for our younger players to see how it's supposed to look and to pass the torch down. And that's what we talked about today. It was a legacy game for them to be able to say that they've won 3 or 4 as a senior class against Carolina, to be able to say they won 1 at home because they hadn't done that, to be able to say that, you know, they got that 6th conference win and it hadn't been done since they were born. You know, none of those kids were alive when that happened last time. Think about that. That's a lot. And so they've done a heck of a job helping us build our program the way we want to build it.